What is going on, Trash Talkers? We're back with another episode for you. In today's episode, we're going to be giving you our predictions for Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. All that and much more coming your way right now! Hey Trash Talkers, it's Mike here. Over 93% of you who view our show each and every day are not subscribed to the channel. If you could hit that red subscribe button, it would help us out tremendously, and it is completely free for you guys. If you want to stay up to date with our daily content, then click that bell icon and you will be notified every time we go live. Nick and I both really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, and we can't wait to keep making more daily content for you. All right, Nick. Well, we are very close. June 6th is the date. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. And at this point, it is time to give our predictions. We need to go over this fight a little bit and talk about the players and kind of what's going to be going on here. And why don't you start us off? Who do you have winning this fight and how so?
Well, I believe when you look at this matchup, we've got Floyd Mayweather, the most decorated boxer of all time, and then Logan Paul, an internet meme at this point. I mean, who do you think is going to win this fight? The odds speak for themselves, with Floyd Mayweather being a minus 2,000 favorite and then Logan Paul being a plus 900 underdog. You got to see that Vegas knows what they're talking about, and they have no shot of Logan Paul winning this fight. They believe it's Floyd Mayweather all the way, and hey, I agree with them. I believe that Logan Paul is going to get his face pushed in this fight. It's going to be quick and dirty. You know, this isn't going to be Floyd Mayweather sitting in the corner just weaving and dodging punches from his opponent. No, this is a fight that Floyd Mayweather wants to prove a point. He wants to stick it to Logan Paul, a guy who has lost to KSI on 2 occasions, and he's trying to prove to everybody that these YouTubers, these internet memers, these guys are not going to ruin the sport of boxing. They're not going to defame the face of the sport and make it look like it's an absolute joke, because that's exactly what Jake Paul has done in his last 2 fights. And it's time for Floyd Mayweather to reel this thing in, to really put a statement out there and knock Logan Paul out in the first round. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. I believe Floyd Mayweather is on a mission. If you didn't see it, Jake Paul tried to mess with Floyd Mayweather, got in his face, tried to take his hat, and guess what? Jake Paul ended up with a busted lip and a black eye, and that's all in a very short scuffle with a bunch of people trying to pull them apart. Can you imagine when there's nobody trying to separate Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather, what these two are going to do to each other? I mean, it's going to be lopsided. Floyd Mayweather is going to just sidestep him, land some punches, sidestep him, land some more punches, and it's just going to be over in a matter of seconds. I don't think that Logan Paul has any shot against Floyd Mayweather, the most decorated boxer we've ever seen.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather isn't allowed to weigh more than 140 pounds, and Logan Paul is not allowed to weigh more than 190 pounds. Logan Paul obviously stands over Floyd Mayweather, as you saw the picture of the two of them standing somewhat face to face. But either way, Las Vegas knows what they're talking about. A minus 2,000 favorite for Floyd Mayweather Jr. This guy is absolutely incredible at the sport of boxing. He knows how to win in every way, shape, and form. That's why he is 50-0. That is exactly why he is arguably the best boxer of all time. And at this point, Floyd Mayweather is here to stick it to Logan Paul. I don't think it's going to be a first-round knockout. In fact, I think he's going to toy with him a lot more. I think Logan Paul's going to get a couple shots in, and Floyd's going to get, he's going to get the ring rust out a little bit. But after all is said and done, I believe it's just going to go to a simple decision. They're going to give it to the judges, and Floyd Mayweather is going to win how he normally does, based on the card, based on all the points that he's going to rack up from not taking shots and just toying around with Logan Paul, showing him what real boxing is all about. And Logan Paul at a plus 900 underdog, he's not going to really be able to do much of anything. And honestly, I really think this is just a waste of time. I think that this is just a poor use of resources and funds. And I mean, Nick, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to pay $50 to watch this fight.
I mean, if you were one of the early people to get in on this fight before they even had a date set, you could have gotten this fight for $24.99. But now everybody else who hasn't now has to pay that $50 mark. Look, it's all up to you whether you decide to buy this fight or not. There's always alternates, whether you want to just lurk on Twitter and, watch the fight as it unfolds. We all know that those clips will be out right away, so you won't be too far behind the final result. So there are other options for you if you don't want to pay that. I don't believe that Floyd Mayweather is going to be toying around with Logan Paul. I think that this is something that's becoming more and more personal for Floyd Mayweather. This is something that is really hurting the face of boxing. It's really hurting what boxing is all about, the integrity of the sport. And it's up to Floyd Mayweather to really put these guys in their place to say, hey, if you want to come after real boxers like me, then you're going to pay the ultimate price. You're going to get your face pushed in, and it's not going to be pretty. You're going to go crying to your mama when it's all said and done.
Yeah, at this point, I think, I don't know. I just think that Floyd Mayweather knows where the money is made, and that's making fights last and keeping the audience engaged. And I think he's there to sell a lot of memorabilia. He's there to sell merch. He's not there for a one trick, one shot to the noggin and he's done type of guy. I think that Floyd Mayweather is going to make this more of a spectacle. He's more of he's more of an entertainer than someone like, I don't know, Ben Askren was. So at this point, I think Floyd Mayweather knows what he's doing, and he's going to end up dragging this fight out a lot longer than one round. Either way, we're going to find out, and I'm not going to be there to watch it, so you'll have to tell me how it goes. All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.